Hello and welcome. My name is Erin Richmond. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the Chief Revenue Officer and Ad Operations Manager here at sMedia. Just wanted to say thank you for taking the time out of your Friday to hear about our latest ads offering, TikTok. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to spend a little bit of time today talking about the TikTok platform, how dealerships can leverage it organically, and then we'll get into the ads offering. I do try to make these as informative as possible. I want you guys to get some value out of it. So if there are questions along the way, feel free to use that QA I think it should be on the top of your screens, and we'll address them towards the end of the presentation. So I'm sure a lot of you are probably still on the fence about TikTok as a platform, and you may not even have an account. Or maybe you get sent links from your partner late at night as they scroll endlessly through their own TikTok feed. As someone who is a millennial myself, who works in digital marketing and loves to be an early adopter, I actually am going to admit that I did not jump on the platform when it first came to North America. I have definitely been the person in this meme watching TikToks on Instagram or getting sent TikTok links via text from my much cooler friends. The thing is that users on TikTok are grown-ups. Gen Z, which is TikTok's largest user base, are actually now between the ages of 21 and 25. And according to TikTok, 1 in 2 millennials view the platform as entertaining. And I have to admit, it's starting to intrigue me as a place to spend my time, stay up to date on culture and trends, and just be entertained. But why should you care as a dealership? So the TikTok platform cannot be ignored any longer, in my professional opinion. TikTok is now boasting 1.5 billion users worldwide, with 3.2 million in Canada and 150 million in the US. They have teams based natively in North America, so both in Canada and the USA, and they have a dedicated automotive retail team for each of our countries. TikTok is taking auto and the North American market very seriously, so it's time for us as dealers to pay attention. TikTok has started to call itself an entertainment platform as opposed to social media like Facebook or Instagram. Users are now spending, on average, 125 minutes per day on TikTok. They're spending more time engaging with TikTok content than the average length of most movies. If you're looking for a captive audience, I think TikTok is the place to be. And automotive shoppers are there. Hopefully you can see the play numbers below these search results, but these videos have 1.8 million, 583,000, and 3.2 million views respectively. And it's content that's relevant to your dealership. People are watching content around vehicles and what vehicles to buy on TikTok. In fact, according to TikTok, 61% of users said they would recommend TikTok to others who are shopping for auto. There's content relevant to your dealership on this platform, and based on the statistics I'm sharing today, at least some of your shoppers have watched it or used the platform to complete their research. If you haven't already done so, I'd recommend you visit TikTok. You don't need to install the app. You can visit it from your browser and do some searches related to auto. Start to understand what's out there, what people are watching, and even more importantly, know what people are saying about buying vehicles, about buying models that you carry, and about dealership experiences in 2023. 65% of auto shoppers on TikTok say they went to TikTok to research or learn more about new products or brands. Not only are they being entertained on TikTok, they're looking for content relevant to what's happening in their life. To reiterate my last point, as dealers, we should at least know what's happening on this platform. If you don't know what's being said, you can't be a part of the conversation. And your OEMs are there. Their content is shareable, and Google is now testing TikTok content in their own search results. So it'd be pretty easy as a TikTok user to complete a Google search for a Chevrolet Blazer, be served results that include TikTok content and profiles, visit the Chevrolet TikTok channel, and go down a complete rabbit hole of research and reviews on what people are saying about the Blazer and the best SUV to buy for your family. This is a completely realistic shopping journey in 2023. And so not only are people using it for entertainment, but they're also using it for research. Call it an entertainment platform, social media, a search engine, whatever you'd like. But at the end of the day, it's a community one that's giving shoppers real-life information and reviews on products or services that they're interested in. TikTok is starting to call itself a search engine. Google has noticed. Some people are calling it social discovery more so than typical search results, but we've all been playing the social proof game for nearly a decade, and we know how powerful social trust can be. Combine that with the power of short, easily digestible videos, and TikTok is a powerhouse in driving shopper behavior and decision-making. So for those of you who haven't had the chance to play with the platform, and I think you get it at this point, it's somewhere that we need to look and pay attention to. I'm going to give you a quick breakdown of where TikTok users consume their content. So TikTok has 4 main sections: the For You feed, the Following feed, the Music feed, and the Discover and Search feed. The For You feed has been called a vortex. It sucks you in with content that TikTok suggests based on your activity, engagement, search history, and location. Ads can show in this feed. It's where people spend a lot of time. The Following feed is only going to show content from profiles you follow on TikTok. So think of that like your friends list or an account list of things you follow. And then the music clip feed is interesting and important. From any TikTok using a music clip, you can click the spinning record on video to see other content using that same music. You can also find music that is trending on TikTok, enabling you to identify and use trends in your own content. And finally, there's the Discover and Search feed. As I showed earlier, when you complete a search, you'll be served a new feed full of results relevant to your search query. And you can also use this feed to find trending hashtags and challenges. So as a dealership, how can you leverage TikTok? Before you leave the call thinking I don't have time or resources to allocate towards yet another platform, let alone one that requires video content, I'm going to tell you your options for using it. And you don't need to create a profile to use TikTok catalog ads. So yes, you can go ahead. You can create a TikTok profile if you want. I actually recommend as a dealership or as a business that you do this just so that you have your dealership brand secured. We all remember the nightmare of the Facebook days when people were late adopters and their business names were taken. Get on there, create a profile just for your business so that you have that brand nailed down, even if you aren't prepared to create content or start engaging. If you're ready to start engaging and creating content, great. You can start posting goofy videos of your sales team dancing in the showroom in front of a Christmas tree today. This would fall into the category of organic posts. But there's also an opportunity to run dynamic catalog ads on TikTok, and you don't need a profile to do this. This is a beta product through TikTok right now, but it ensures your ads inventory shows in that For You feed in front of relevant audiences. All right, I'm not going to spend a ton of time telling you you need to post organically. We've already talked about this a little bit, but if you're considering an organic strategy on TikTok, I'd recommend that you have someone in the dealership who can commit to posting 1 to 3 times per day, who is interested in learning how the TikTok algorithm works, who understands your dealership brand and customer, and who can use good judgment in their communication. Maybe you already have a social media manager in the dealership that can fill this role, or maybe you have a salesperson that wants to build a persona. I think there's value in exploring the platform and understanding TikTok users and the potential that's there, but I recognize that it's not accessible to every dealership. I'm not going to go into best practices or the kind of content you can post. There's a ton of published material on what to post, how often to post, and how to create an organic strategy on the internet. At the end of the slide deck, you'll also receive a link to the TikTok for Automotive playbook, which can help you get started on TikTok organically if you'd like to go that route. We're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the presentation today, which is paid ads. So I think I've made the case for the platform and its growing audience base. How do we leverage that to make sure your products get in front of these people? The answer is ads. As evidenced by the vortex that is the For You feed, TikTok is very good at understanding their users' interests. Using that information, we can target TikToks with 2 types of ads. There's Spark or Promote ads. So think of these like a boosted post on Facebook, but you need the organic strategy to go with this. So take your organic videos, put a little budget behind them, boost them up. There's also the dynamic catalog ads, which is the new product from sMedia. So much like what we do for our customers on Facebook and Instagram or Google Vehicle ads or automotive ads, we can import a catalog feed for your inventory into TikTok and create a dynamic video template with music to showcase each individual piece of inventory on your website. On the screen, you should have an example of what a dynamic catalog ad looks like on TikTok. I'm not going to play it for you guys, but it will play through the multiple photos that we have of this car. If someone clicks on it, they're going to be directed to your VDP. There's music, there's some effects. It's an engaging and interactive ad. You can see the price. We can organize these catalogs for ads based on your inventory, so new or used, CPO or models. Let's say you want to just run something for your F-150s or Equinoxes, something you've got sitting on the lot. We can definitely make that happen. And we're targeting our ads to conquest audiences at this time. Retargeting audiences are still a little bit too small. Hopefully they'll be coming soon as more users join the platform. But for right now, Conquest has seen really strong results. We'll skip that. We've been running beta ads for dealerships for almost 90 days. We're seeing reasonable click-through rates for essentially a cross between YouTube and display ads. And we're seeing an impressive cost per click on these dealerships ads. On average, results have been about a 68-cent cost per click and about a 0.91% click-through rate. Dealers in the US are seeing a click-through rate above 1%. Canadian dealers are seeing that a little lower, and that's to be expected just with the variances in the user base. Furthermore, on those beta customers who are running our attribution platform, Attributely, we're able to see a sales influence of over 15 units per month from TikTok advertising. Anytime you add a new platform to your advertising, there's uncertainty in terms of user behavior and expectations. But unlike other platforms, TikTok seems to remain safe from a lot of the bot and spam traffic that we typically see. This is ensuring that our dealership advertising dollars are going towards people who are genuinely interested in their product. While clicks through to the website are not as high as platforms like Facebook, TikTok, as we've heard today, is a much different space, and users are very engaged on the platform itself. It's a place where your shoppers are spending a significant amount of time, and therefore it's worth consideration to add to your marketing mix. So pricing on our dynamic catalog ads is $249 a month for management plus 4.99% of ad spend. TikTok minimum budget is $600 per month per campaign. That is set by TikTok. We can't control that. So your spend just to get onto the platform is going to be just under that $900 a month mark. But as I said, on 15 sales influence per month is actually doing really well for a lot of our test dealers. Setup times are currently at about 2 weeks. With being in the beta, we have a few hoops to jump through with TikTok, and we have limited design availability for now, but we're working on a video offering coming soon that'll expand that. You don't need a TikTok account to run these ads, so it's open to anyone who's interested and ready to go. So if you're interested in signing up or want to try TikTok ads, feel free to reach out to your customer success manager or send us an email at sales@smedia.ca. Happy to answer any questions, or you can email me directly as well. Thank you everyone for taking the time. Have a great weekend. Take care.